Good morning, you're watching DM News. Details have emerged of intelligence and force coordination agreements between Pakistan's coalition government and America following last week's talks between Prime Minister Yusuf Gilani and President Bush. Senior officials say the talks aimed at forging relationships between the two countries will increase the squeeze on Al-Qaeda and Taliban forces along the 1,500-mile western border. In the meetings, leading officials have pledged the full support of Pakistan's special forces to meet the demand for action. Ambassador to the US Hussein Haqqani confirmed that the moves were vital to protect the country's sovereignty and fight waves of insurgency on the Afghan border. It comes in the wake of criticism from both the US and UK intelligence agencies and is hoped to shore up General Musharraf's commitment to stem the terror in the region. The Indian news agency now reports that at least 150 Hindu worshippers have been killed on the way to a hilltop festival in the north. The week-long event in the Himachal Pradesh state attracts 50,000 people a day and was marred by heavy rains which caused a building to collapse close to the temple walkway. Police said that the stampede that followed caused panic on the 2.5-mile route. Many of the victims were women and children, and others were rushed to nearby hospitals. It's the third stampede at a religious festival in the country so far this year. Reports say that local government is offering compensation to those injured and to the families of those killed. At least 9 climbers have died at the northern Pakistan peak known as the bottleneck of the K2 mountain, close to the China border. It's thought that most of the climbers were on their way back from the peak when an ice chunk broke away and caused an avalanche. The victims include climbers from South Korea, Nepal, Serbia, Norway, Holland and France. It's expected that the number could rise as several expeditions were on the treacherous peak at the time, which is almost 27,000 feet, has so far claimed over 70 lives, including that of English climber Alison Hargreaves. It's possible that talks today could result in Greater Manchester Police reopening the case of the murder of TV presenter Jill Dando, following the acquittal of Barry George after 8 years in prison. Following the interviews Mr George gave to newspapers over the weekend, the Metropolitan Police have now to decide whether to close the case or ask another major UK force, possibly GMP, to trawl over 2,500 witness statements and nearly 4,000 exhibits to try and establish who delivered the shot that killed Miss Dando at her home in Fulham in June 1999. Police have arrested a man in connection with a stabbing in South London. 23-year-old Gemma Dorman from Wandsworth was stabbed on Thursday evening in the Battersea area. Police have said that a post-mortem revealed she may have known her killer. They continue to appeal to the public for more information. A 28-year-old man arrested on Sunday morning is being held in custody. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. Now, kilometres or miles, litres or gallons, which would you prefer? Well, new research says that your answer depends on your age and where you live. The AA found that although 18 to 24-year-old drivers were being taught in metric, that's kilometres apparently, 4 in 5 of them would rather be dealing in miles. And given petrol prices are never out of the news, nearly 4 in 10 of us would like to go back to filling up by the gallon rather than a litre. Drivers in Humberside and Yorkshire were most against metric measures, and the AA broadly agreed, arguing that fuel consumption is measured in miles per gallon, so why not buy petrol in the same way? Well, what do you think? We'd love to hear from you today. Email your thoughts to views@dmdigital.co.uk. Well, that's your top stories this morning so far. Here's Lisa now with a look at today's weather.
Thanks, Derek. And after what was quite a cloudy and wet start for the Midlands, Lincolnshire and Wales, the rest of the day looks set to perk up as most areas become fair. For the south, it's going to be mainly dry with broken cloud, but this will clear, leaving some good spells of sunshine. A few showers will, however, linger over Scotland and Northern Ireland, although these will fade into late afternoon. Looking ahead to this evening, and a few showers will be affecting northeast areas of England along with Scotland, although they are forecasted to pass through and clear quickly. The rest of the country will remain dry with clear skies. Let's take a look now at your maximum temperatures around the UK today. 21 for Manchester, a warm 22 for London, for Belfast 19, 16 for Cardiff and for Glasgow 21. That's your latest weather outlook with me, Lisa Burns. It's back now to the newsroom and Derek.
Thanks, Lisa. I'll be back with your next update at 10 to 10. Until then, it's back to the Good Morning Manchester studio.